When do we say that the consent is caused by any of these factors? The requirement is that the consent should not be caused by any one of these factors. In other words, if the consent is caused by any one of these factors, then it is not free consent. The section says that a consent is so caused, which means a consent is caused by any one of these factors if it would not have been given but for the existence of such factor. We would say that a consent is caused by coercion if the consent would not have been given except for the existence of coercion. In other words, if the consent would have been given even without the coercion, then it cannot be said that the consent is caused by coercion even if coercion is present. Again, in a case where undue influence is present, but the facts show that the consent would have been given even if undue influence were not present, in that case, we will not say that the consent has been caused by undue influence, even though undue influence was present. It is thus clear from this explanation that the mere presence of any one of these factors does not vitiate the agreement. What vitiates the agreement is the fact that the consent has been actually caused by the presence of these factors. I am repeating, mere presence of any one of these factors will not vitiate the agreement, but if the consent is actually caused by these factors and without these factors it would not have been given, then we say that the consent is not free, and when the consent is not free, the agreement does not become a contract.